I can't tell you how many times in my life that I've tried to, and I've fallen for the trap of holding on to control of things that I think that I can control, but that is a massive grand illusion, because the truth and the reality is that there is very little that we can control in this ginormous universe with billions of people on this planet and our solar system. But beyond that, like, what else is out there? There's just so many factors out there, infinite, in fact, that we really hold control to very little. I'll give you an example of a time where I really have struggled with this. It was a number of years ago. I was planning a festival and for my apparel brand, was going to make like a big, huge premiere that time. And I had a lot of musician friends, DJs, and a lot of creative friends. We were all just going to have a great time at this backyard concert, right? This is when I was living in Nashville. So it was going to be an amazing community event, and all the proceeds were going to go to charity. So I got like myself all wrapped up into the outcomes and into controlling all these different factors, all these different levers. But the day that the event was scheduled to happen, a giant storm rolled in. And this isn't uncommon in Tennessee. But it was so devastating for me because I lost like so much. I lost the opportunity. I lost so much money. All that time and energy planning every detail so carefully. And for an overachiever like me, like it was going to be pretty banging. All that just washed away like the flooding of this storm. I think I mentioned in another video where I tunneled deep into depression, but that's because I found out that I held too tightly onto what I thought was the control of the situation. I held too tightly to the outcomes of the situation, and I had my identity wrapped up in there. I had so much invested, not only just like my time and energy and money, but like I said, I validated like my whole brand launch around the success of this event. And since the event didn't pop off, my brand was going to be unsuccessful, and I was going to be unsuccessful. That's quite an illusion. So it was a really good lesson. There was probably like 3 big pieces of wisdom that came out of that really tragic event for me, but this was one of them. And this was another sort of tool I was able to use to help claw myself out of depression. The wisdom that I walked away from that experience was that you can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you feel about it.